There were bumping, choking sounds coming from the trunk behind Stellati. Phil chuckled and said, "Lolo, Angelo could pull over and you could do a 69 with the Bones Mexican bitch." Stellati said, "Fuck yourself, Phil. I respect my prick. You can get hard for even the coloreds." Angelo thought about his daughter Stella, who had passed away at about the age of the teenage girl in the trunk. He pulled the caddy to the curb and said, "I have to check a gag. I didn't like that sound." Stellati sneered. "You worried about a chili gut?" Angelo said as he got out of the car, "Asshole, you want Mr. Collucci's witness against the bone to croak on our hands?" Angelo unlocked the trunk lid and saw that the girl's brown skin was nearly black. He removed the choking wad of Stellati's handkerchief from her mouth. She gulped air and gasped, "Please let me out of here. I won't make trouble, please." Angelo loosened the rope that had rubbed her ankles and wrists raw. He said gently, "I'm sorry you let Bone trap you in his trouble. Like a father, I advise you to tell the truth when you get the chance." Tears welled in her brown eyes, and she said, "When?" Angelo removed a steel bumper jack from beneath her side. "Soon," he said. "You will speak good for me?" she asked, in a voice that staggered the rim of hysteria. Angelo nodded and regagged her with a smaller wad of Kleenex tissues from his pocket. He shut the trunk lid and got behind the wheel of the caddy. Angelo passed Mac Rivers's Voodoo Palace Cabaret just before he turned off 47th Street into Calumet Avenue. Stellati said, "I'm so fucking tired and bored, I feel like pissing my pants just for the action." Angelo snickered. "Beat your meat, Stellati." Angelo slowed the caddy to a crawl and said seriously, "Bone is pretty strong, and he's got a guilty conscience. Maybe I should put him up front between Phil and me. Stellati, you could calm him down with the twist of your choke if he gets frisky. What do you guys think?" Stellati said, "It ain't what we think. You heard Mr. Collucci lay it all out sweet and smooth yesterday. A guy is always relaxed with nobody behind him. Besides, he trusts you like you're his old man." Phil said, "Angelo, you been edgy all night. You got a sucker soft spot for the guy or what?" "I shortened my life mothering the son of a bitch around the clock, running the cunt lapper down before big fights. Ha! A soft spot for Bone. I would have put a slug in his noggin 1,000 times except Mr. Collucci owned him," said Angelo. Angelo cruised the caddy into the next block and said softly, "There's the Bones Eldorado in the slot." Then he pulled past the rickety trio of carports beside Larry Lovebone Flaubert's ancient 2-story apartment building and coasted the caddy to a stop in front of it. Angelo had stepped to the street and was pushing the car door shut when Stellati leaned forward and said seriously, "Don't forget what Mr. Collucci said about eyeing through his joint so we don't leave nobody up there." Angelo pushed the door shut and nodded through the dark-tinted glass. A freezing blast of wind ripped at the hem of his blue Russian front greatcoat. He hunched his beefy shoulders and sloughed his big rubbered feet through the snow to the sidewalk. His bare gray buffalo head wore a dull halo of silver light for an instant beneath the street lamp. As he went across the sidewalk toward the vestibule door, a corner of his eye snared a flutter of Bone's curtain. He stepped into the shadow-haunted vestibule and held his breath in an eye-stinging smog of disinfectant and the rotted meat stink of a pygmy junkie whore coasting on the steps before him. She huddled her frame inside a fake fur jacket and sprawled out bird legs, pocked with sores, oozing pus. He saw a rope of dried semen looped on her chin when she walled her piteous eyes up at him. The whore clawed at him in slow motion as he sidestepped past her. She half swiveled her chicken neck and slurred, "Come on, sweetie, and have some fun. I got one tighter than mosquito pussy, and hot and good. Ooh-wee. No shit, baby. I ain't but 12. Come on back here and give your pretty white dick some Christmas sport."